Alright, so it all begins back in the Baroque era, when music had recipes. Different keys meant different themes, and different motifs told different stories, but the most important element was nationality. Each of the main Western countries had an alternate style. The Italian style was all about virtuosic playing and ornamentation. The German style was about technical work, things that were compositionally complex. The French style focused on beauty and harmony, and the English style was basically all about cows. The composers would share these styles, especially Bach. For example, Sheep May Safely Graze is in the English style, and he often wrote French songs in the French style. So after the Baroque era, the classical era took the recipes and expanded, but then the Romantic era decided that feeling was more important than meaning. That was Beethoven's fault. And so by the mid-1800s, national styles had pretty much been forgotten. But then Russia, who had pretty much been too busy fighting wars to do anything with classical music, decided that they deserved a style like the other countries had before. Milai Balakirev gathered with Cesar Coy, Alexander Borodin, Modest Mussorgsky, Nikolai Rimsky-Korsakov to form the Mighty Handful, their goal to create the Russian style. The Western world started getting a little too interested in this, and France and Germany were pissed. The two countries had been fighting to be the centre of culture for years, and now Russia was stealing the limelight. They decided to reinstate their styles and write very nationally. And of course, since Germany and France were doing it, all the other countries followed suit. Even Spain, who God knows what was happening there beforehand. The exception was England, who had been writing cowpat all along and didn't need to change. Then, the newly founded America got wind of the whole nationalism thing and decided they wanted in. And of course, they couldn't grow their own, so they decided they were going to import a composer to create their own national style. Did they call on England, or Ireland, their closest companions, or perhaps France, Germany, or Russia, the head kings of culture? No, somebody decided to call the Czech Republic and ask for Antonin Dvorak, who probably would have done the job well if the Gershwin brothers, Leonard Bernstein and Aaron Copland hadn't appeared out of nowhere to actually create the American style. But meanwhile, Germany was getting really angry. Some guy called Stalin had taken over Russia and banned most music, meaning the Russian composers were no longer in Russia. They were in France. And the French were loving it. Now they were definitely the capital of culture. And then Germany invented the tone row, founded serialism, and began the modernism movement. And that was the end of the nationalism era.